I just adore Kaitlyn Dever. Did before the show, I will after the show. And if you weren't sold on her bringing a new side of her to Abby, her saying when we kill him slowly will send shivers down your
Ooh,
spine.
yeah.
It's like Clint Eastwood somehow got into her body. The story of her casting goes way back. Look, we know that way back when she was considered for Ellie. I guess when did you and Neil start to talk about her seriously as Abby?
Or- As we started to pull into the station on season one, and I think because HBO happily puts an episode out each week, which is the way it ought to be. What that means is that for the final episodes, we're usually still doing our final mixing and stuff as the show is running. But so around as we debuted on January 15th, and around mid-February, late February, we finally were like, okay, we're done. Let's just start having some very preliminary, vague conversations about how we're going to address the next season. And of course, the first question was, who's going to be Abby? And we talked a lot about it. I mean, there are a lot of questions to ask. How do we want to portray her? What's important to us? What isn't as important? And we make our lists. And we were working with Mary Vernew, our casting director, who's brilliant. And, we all do, it's like one of those things where casting is really difficult, but when we all look at something and we all point to the same name together, you can inquire afterwards, why is it? But sometimes the best thing is to just follow your instinct there anyway. You can do the analysis later, but it
Yeah.
just seemed absolutely correct to us, especially given how we wanted to portray Abby and the fact that we have opportunities to dig a little deeper on these characters. Whether it's this season or subsequent seasons, we know that Caitlyn needed to both be an integral part of this season, but also represent quite a bit of the future of the show as well.